So, okay. So in this class, we basically deal with Ansible. Okay. Most demanded tool, but what is the necessity and from where it comes into the picture? We'll take a look into that one. And mostly it is not been adopted in all organization. There is another tool similar to this one, Chef and Puppet. So both are also in use, but most demanded is Ansible because it is easy to use. And the other two criterias, which I'll be discussing later, which are easy to integrate and learn with the other technologies like Docker and Kubernetes. So the same technology you can put in Ansible and you can go through it, whereas you will face a lot of challenges in Chef and Puppet using the same technology or the integration part. So let's look from where it comes into the picture. Okay, so these are the things we'll be looking in this class. Real life use cases. What are the components of Ansible? Very simple. The only two components, module and playbook. What are these two? We'll take a look. And then we'll look Ansible with Docker, how it function with Docker. Okay. And Ansible with what are the other alternative tools that we have just discussed right now. So what do we need? We need a lot of servers. Okay. We generally have a lot of servers like this. And on some day, by chance, you have been told that download this or install this Apache server into all this available server. Okay, Apache application on all these servers. So what will you do? What is your first action to you, Supriya?
Akash,
Mm-hmm. What will you do if I tell you that you have 5 servers and you have to install Docker and Apache into those servers? What will you do? What would be your action?
if it is a physical server, you should go log in and install everything.
And generally, all the servers will be virtual one, remote server. Okay.
Yeah,
So again, you have to go to each
log
server and
in.
install it.
Yeah.
Mm. But if it became 15 server, so it will take your whole day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever there is a repetitive task, DevOps come into the picture. So you have to think in that way. Okay. So like again, the Docker version, if I have to update the Docker version again into this 5 or 6 servers, what would be my approach? So for such critical situations and for such problems, generally you, as you said, you will do SSH, secure shell to all these servers and switch one by one and install those applications, which is not the right way. Why? Because these are the problems you will face. Time consuming, error chances is lot, and these are the very repetitive tasks. So whenever there is repetitive task, you have to avoid it through some means. So there are basically 4 means. Okay. Uh, I guess this slide got misplaced. No worries. So in case of a Docker, execute the task from your own machine. First, you have to execute the task from your machine. Configure, install, or deployment step in a single YAML file. Oh God, this is the another slide. Okay, this is misplaced. Okay, what's the solution? Ansible comes into the picture. Okay, the previous slide was little forward one, but somehow it comes into the backward. No worries. Okay, so these are the 3 part of Ansible. You can say the 3 heart, 3 brain, whatever, but you need to have the idea of inventory, playbook, and modules. If you are aware of these 3 things, you can easily build Ansible or you can easily understand Ansible if you understand these 3 things. Okay, so let's understand one by one. The very first thing is a module. Module is basically the task that you give to your server, a small program, whatever the program you want to give. Suppose the question that I asked you, that if you have to update Docker or Apache server into those servers, so this it's a task, right? So this task, the updating task, is known as module. Understood?
Yes,
So module
Prabhu.
is basically the task that you perform on the server. So there could be thousands of type of modules. Okay, creating cloud instance module, start Nginx server, install server, create or copy files. Any type of all these services are comes under this module. One small specific task. So there is a one link. Okay, what are the list of modules it support? Just click on this one. You will be switched to this Ansible documentation, where you can see all different types of module it supports. Copy, downloading. If I do, even if I search for EC2, there's no option of search. Let's just go here. This is somewhat related to APIs, API context. Okay. Any API related task you have to do, you can go here, API SSL. Okay, all the AWS kind of stuff, AWS S3, if you want to manage through Ansible, you can look into here. Okay, so these are the things you can, they are just saying these things you can use as a module using Ansible. Okay, so these are the tasks you can assign to Ansible, which will be deployed to your machine. Okay, what is encryption module, encryption, decryption part? Okay, there are a lot, you can explore it. So I hope you got the idea for this module, right? Basically, the task you say to the server to do it on behalf of you. So this
Yes,
is
sir.
how it looks. So I'll make it more easy in the next slide. So you have this Ansible, which contain host and playbook. Playbook contain your module, remember. Okay. Inside playbook, you mention what task you have to assign and to be done on this server. This is the target server. So what Ansible will do? Ansible will take the host, take the playbook, do SSH, and perform all the tasks mentioned in this playbook. So this is how it looks. Ansible controller, your master one, which contain host, playbook. Host basically contain all the IP addresses or the SSH details of all the servers that you want, where you want your playbook to be get executed. Okay, so host will contain the data of your servers. Playbook contain the modules, basically the task on which have to be assigned on the server, which are available on the host. So Ansible will go do SSH on all the hosts which are available on this file, and then play this playbook file. So how it looks. So first, Ansible playbook are the building block of your Ansible automation. Of course, you are willing to do some task on these servers. So that playbook will come into the picture. Okay. Only host would do nothing. Host will help you to get in touch with these files, get in touch with these servers. But playbook is the one who will execute your task into the servers. And these playbooks are written in YAML. Okay. They are written in the YAML. Previously, we looked YAML. Can you tell me in which technology or tool we have used YAML?
YAML scripting will be using Kubernetes manifest files.
Correct. Absolutely right. Okay. All the manifest files are written in the YAML. Any other file, any other place we use YAML?
Terraform.
Terraform, but it is yet to become. Okay. So even for pipeline building, okay, for CI/CD pipeline, we use YAML. If you have seen the Azure DevOps that I showed in the very beginning initial classes, that the pipelines were written on YAML script. Okay, so you
Yeah.
can use
Jenkins
YAML
use
for
Groovy, right? Groovy
yeah,
script.
correct. Jenkins use Groovy script and your own. If you have PowerShell script, you can simply run that one as well.
Okay.
Okay, so you can run Jenkins task using the script that you are available that you have available with, or you can use the Groovy.
Okay.
And then comes so playbook, what it contains, the configuration file, which provide execute complex tasks with a multiple step and conditions. So whatever the task you have with conditional steps, you have to write just over here. Okay, so this is how a playbook looks like. This is the indentation that we are going to start this YAML file. Even if you don't write it, it's completely fine. Name, what is the name of your playbook? Host. host basically local host. What is this local host? I'll tell you in couple of minutes. Okay. And task, what task I'm going to perform. So you have to give a name to your task. And inside this debug, okay, you have to write your commands. So it's just a small hello world. So it's showing a message, hello world. So when I execute this playbook on my machine, the master one, it will execute and it will say hello world. So we looked into the name, basically describe the what is the use of playbook. And then host. So remember we have a host file and a playbook file. So the host file contain all the server IP addresses on which you have to execute it. Those server IP addresses are this one bundle in a single group. That group name we mention over here. I'll show you. Okay, no need to worry. Task basically the action that you want to execute it. So it's a complex one. Okay, previous one was the simple one, hello world. It's bit a complex one. So you can see we have to install Apache server. Okay, host name is web server. We will see this one. Okay, became yes means by default we are saying yes, you have to execute this task. Okay, then task name is install Apache. It is yum. Can you tell me what is the operating system here it is being used?
Mm, it is used Windows.
No. How come Windows?
Yum is for Linux.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which Linux operating system?
One minute. Is it
Ubuntu,
Red
CentOS,
Hat?
Debian, Red Hat.
I think Debian Yum where I used for Amazon.
Mm,
No. It is Ubuntu only. Red Hat.
Amazon CLI also use. Remember Amazon Linux. If you use, they also uses Yum. Okay,
Yum. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and other one is a CentOS.
CentOS.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. If I'm executing this one on Ubuntu, what would I write here?
APT.
APT. Yeah, you can write APT or sudo. We
Sudo is
generally
for
write
root
sudo.
meter, na?
Right. APT only. APT will execute this one. Sudo is for the root user.
Okay.
And then we are providing the name. What is the task? So this will install it. Okay. And then you have to start it as well. So start Apache server, name HTTP, which is state is started. Okay. And enable true. Basically, from the service manager, we are starting this one, this application. All clear?
Yes, Akash.
Great. So this is the host file in which we uh, group together the server files, okay, web server into a single group and DB server into a single one. So if I want to run my this playbook into web server, I'll just use web server over here. Okay. If database, I'll use database over here. Got it?
Yes,
So,
Akash.
so these are the definition that we have just stated. Okay. Install, this is the name of the playbook, host, web server, basically the host file. Became yes, tells Ansible to use sudo. Basically the sudo one that I was saying over here. When you use yes, it means it is taking the root user to install it. Okay, so you use apt, correct. This is the module. Okay, name HTTP state. We are defining the state. The package should be installed, if not already present. And then start the Apache server, which we mentioned here, and enable and make it true. Any confusion in this playbook anywhere?
No, Akash.
Mm. So this is again the same part, okay, just for better understanding. A task is containing there are three different tasks, okay, specifically for PostgreSQL. Okay, one we looked for, this one was for the web server and this is for the database. Okay, creating a table as name foo and renaming it as bar. Okay, nothing much. We are just providing two arguments along with the module name. This is the module name. So all your module name would be mentioned in this playbook. Name for the description purpose. Okay.
I don't know.
And execute multiple modules as well. We are executing the multiple modules. Previously, this was a single module. We were executing this command. Here we are creating multiple modules. You can see the file, yum, and the server. So there are three different tasks is being executed. Okay, on this playbook. And host, we looked into the host database, remote user root. You can use root or sudo or became. If you use became, yes, that's automatically take it. Indentation is very important part as it is Ansible. Okay. If there are multiple repetitive values, you can write it in the form of, you just create one variable bar and then put that variable name into this double curly braces. So you don't have to use the same variable again and again. And this is the whole play. Which task, which host, which user. These three things, basically the whole playbook C for. Okay. For which is the task, which is the host, and which is the user. If you mention these three things clearly, it will be easily, your job or your task will be easily get assigned to the servers. Any confusion so far?
No, Akash.
So one we looked for the web server, other we looked for the database as well. Playbook equal to one or more play. So in one playbook also you can put all these tasks. In multiple playbook you can also create. That's also fine. But if it is linked to a single application, go for the single playbook that will handle everything. So this is what playbook describe, how in which order, at which time and where, and what should be executed. The main task. Okay. The good practice is the naming the playbook. That is a good practice. You have to name your playbook. Okay. We looked into the where does this host, we looked into that from the host file. This host come into the picture. So web server IP addresses are grouped together. You can also write the server name as well. Okay, if it is linked to the your network, it will catch the server name as well. Otherwise, the IP addresses. And this is the group name. Okay. Ansible for Docker again. Uh, this I will take a little later. For now, we'll just see how we execute this on real time. Let's go. And Sophia, one more thing. Your budget and everything is on. If it cross the threshold mark, just delete me as a user. Okay, that's
So
fine for me.
my concern is Akash, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm having the credits, this somewhat around five something change is there. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
get bill now, but I'm not sure whether that will be exceeded. Like if we have credits,
So,
that will be detected from the credits only, right?
there are some exception to that one if those credit has certain time limit. So if you
This
use
was
that in
6 months
on,
actually.
yeah,
I
so they will
actually
mention.
enrolled as a business one and I got the credits actually. I was like wanted to do some projects on EKS and everything, so I
Mhm.
thought like that, and I myself gave some business details and all. I have taken the credit. We'll get 300 credits, I guess, for that.
Mhm. So keep your eye on that that
Hmm.
billing and cost management. Okay, and see the credits are available there or not, are they are getting used or not, because they have certain time period. For the free tires, they'll have certain time period. Within
Yeah,
that time period, they have to utilize those credits, otherwise it get expired.
I think it is for
So every month your this one. these breakdowns, cost breakdowns you can see. And if it is getting managed the end of month, then your credit are getting used. So that's good.
Mhm.
Hmm.
The login and so
Okay.
because you used the other day, right? So
Yeah.
let's open that. I didn't get an email. Anyways,
So keep your eye on that one. Okay, so we are going to have a master server on which we will be putting our host file and playbook. And then we'll be having separately, we'll be having other servers, okay, node servers, which will get execute whatever the playbook we execute here. Then let's go to Ubuntu. We'll choose Ubuntu. T3 micro. Let me. Oh, hi. Do we have any instance over here? Okay. Let's choose this. Do remind me at the end of the class. I have to delete the instance. Okay.
okay, Akash.
Yeah. So master server. Yes, Ubuntu. Free tire. Okay. Key pair is very important here. Okay. Let's create a new key pair. Ansible. Done. Key pair. Rest everything is okay. Let's create launch this one.
Oh, I got the month cost is 18.71, but I'm not
Dollar.
sure if it got deleted or not. Oh, 1.29 has been shown as used, but I'm not sure whether the bill, yeah, it is still showing status pending and the total is 0.00.
Get the confirmation. Okay. How long
So
it's
most
been since you
of the
created this account?
savings are 18.17. This account has been created, I think when,
I
not sure
think
when
there's
this
a
go.
time.
I'm saying, how do you check that when this was created? Or when will the credits
Um,
get expired? I'm just checking. Expiration
mhm.
is on January 31st, 2026.
2026. Okay, so you have generally they provide 6 to 7 months. For business, I don't know how much time they provide. For free tires, generally for the free users, they provide 6 months. So after 6 months, their credit get expired.
Uh, how do we like I have this redeem option?
If you have that redeem option, you can redeem it. Okay, and you can
How do
balance
we?
it.
I'm worried about this bill now. It is as of now it's showing September 1st to September 30th. It is showing zero.
Okay.
Not
It's
sure
not
from.
asking you to pay, right?
No, no, no.
Okay, okay. Okay, let's cover this one, and at the end of the
Oh,
class, we'll discuss on that one because that is
okay.
also getting recorded.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So whosoever is saying, just please skip forward. Okay, so we got connected. Let's connect this one. Okay. And on behalf, we have to create this node server as well. So two more. Let's create two more similar to this one. So you can just go to the action, go to image and template, and launch more like this. So You don't have to create one by one. Just put the how many instance you required. Okay. And based on that one, for testing, I'm using just 2. Okay, and you can name as node server. And it is similar to that one, so you don't have to choose anything. These two will be a free tier one. Free tier, same KPI should be there. Okay. Rest of the things will be selected by default. Just launch it. Go to the instance. Yeah, so we got 2. For now, I'm just stopping this 2 because right now we are not going to use when we have this both host and stop it. So let's come back to our master server. Sudo apt -y. When it is getting created, let's open our file. This is our PEM file. Pad. Okay, we got this one. Now we have to download our Ansible. Sudo apt install wait install. The server is working a little slow. It's okay. It will take a little time. So till now, any confusion or any question from the previous class or this class you have?
I'm sorry, Akash.
Till now, do you have any confusion or questions? Any type of
No,
related to the previous class?
no, Akash. Nah, like just good. Actually, I'm like whatever I know, I'm just refreshing myself too. This has been done
That's
1 year ago, Ansible.
oh, okay. That's pretty good. Then you can easily catch everything. So let's check. Ansible hyphen version.
Mostly for DevOps, like they don't ask Ansible, right?
Uh, yeah, not majorly, but they expect if you worked on Ansible or not.
Okay.
Okay. So in my company, we don't use Ansible, okay, but there is a requirement since we do not have a lot of servers. So
Okay.
there is no requirement for the extra tool to be used. Okay. So we got our Ansible on our system. Okay. Now what are we going to do? The key that we have copied from there, we have to put that key in the SSH folder over here. So if I do ls over here, you won't find anything. But if I do ls-a, there are a lot of hidden files. Okay, this Ansible got created just now and this SSH. So we have to create a secret key on this SSH so that whenever we will try to do SSH on our servers, okay, node servers, it will be easily get connected through that key. So let's do it. Let's go inside this .ssh. Okay. Do we have anything? We have one authorized key, but let's create another one. Bin Ansible key. insert, and the key that we copied from there, we will paste it over here. Escape colon WQ. Okay. Now you need to assign this one. Okay. That read and write because we are going to read this one. Okay. So maybe by default you may not have the permission to read this file. So what we do, chmod and how much permission. So this is a key file, so we just want to read it. So we'll provide 600 Ansible underscore key. Okay, and we'll do exit from here. We'll do chmod and we provide 700 rewrite execute to this .ssh folder. It's like such. Okay. Any confusion giving the permission?
No, Akash.
When you write 700, it means 4 goes to read, 3 goes to write, and 2 goes to write, 1 goes to execute. So you can also look like this. ls-al. So it will tell you the execution one. Okay. If it is D in front of it, it means it's a directory. Okay. And if it is only this hyphen, it means it's a file. Great. So since this one is a directory, so initially it might be having read write only. So we have given read write execute permission to the owner. Great. Okay. So we got this one. Now we'll just try to test one of the server. Are we able to connect it or not? So I have to start one server. Let's give it a name, server 1, and this one, server 1. And this one is server 2. Okay. Start only one server for now because we need the public IP address. Okay, we got it. So what we'll do, sudo ssh to which -i -i. It's a bit slow. Sudo ssh -i, and where is our key? Our key is in this ssh folder. So we need to provide the address of this ssh folder. Tail /.ssh/ Ansible key. It is key. And then user of the other server, Ubuntu, Ubuntu at the rate, the public IP address that we copied, and press enter. So what it says, the host, this can't be established, key fingerprint issue, this case might not be known to the other name. It should be, no? We created from the same instance. Same key and pair. Sudo ssh -i. The name is Ansible key. UBULT at the rate. That's correct. Yes, press. Okay, now if you see the IP addresses 172.35.36, see the private one, this one. It's 39.49. It's 35.86, and here it is. I click on this one, 35.86. It means we are now connected with this server. So what it says that the key file that we store on that .ssh file is correct. Okay, we exit from this server for now and come back to our own server. Now our next task is to create host file. Okay, let's create a directory, and inside that one we can try. We can just put for now what is here. We don't have anything. Let's create host file over here as well. So vim host. Okay, let's give a group name servers, and we have to provide the IP addresses. Let's switch on this one too. The IP address of this one. We'll go here, paste it, enter, go here, take the IP address of other one. Now remember, if I stop and restart it again, these two IP addresses will change. And again, you have to change this host file IP addresses. So only once you are done testing everything, then go and stop the server. Okay, we got the IP addresses. And let's now try to connect, ping our system. Okay. So there is Ansible inventory, inv inventory, hyphen list, hyphen y. Okay, and then hyphen I. Whenever you put hyphen I, you have to put the host address. So our host address is slash home slash ubuntu slash host. That's it. If I press enter, so now you can see children servers inside the server host, and these are the two IP addresses. It means we got connected successfully. I mean, it's just a testing. If it shows inside children nothing is there, these two, it means your host file is not working. But our host file is working perfect fine. Now let's try to ping in this host file. So Ansible all hyphen m, and I have to do ping hyphen I, and then I have to put the host location. Paste it over here. Okay, let's press enter. So it's tried to ping. Yes. Yes. Two servers there, so 2 times it's asking. What happened? The key is not known to the other. Please type yes and no. Yes. Should not have asked this much time. So right now we are unable to reach these two. And what it is saying, fail to connect the host via hot host key verification failed. Unreachable is true. So right now we are not able to reach it because we have to give the path of our secret key as well. So dash private key. And what was the path? It was tilde slash dot ssh slash Ansible See. Now let's should work now. Yes. So first one got connected. Let's press enter. And the second one is showing some issue. Mm, okay, it was accepting, it was wanting our S. Yes. One got yes, type yes again and press enter. So we got the connection with these two as well. Any confusion?
No, Akash.
So it's just asking whether you want to continue connecting. Yes. And for the second server also it is asking. We can disable this one, but for now just let it be. Okay, two things we have done. The other task that we have to look into is creating a playbook. Okay. So what is the procedure to create a playbook? Simple, create a YAML file. What is the name we can give? Let's give hello playbook. Dot YAML. So okay. So say this is. Do we have any available playbook for Hello World? I want to waste time on writing playbook for Hello World. You will get a lot of playbook for different task execution. Okay. Sure. Okay. So name, we have to change this host to the servers. Okay. Rest of the things, name, debug, and the message will remain same. Any confusion in this playbook?
No, Akash.
We have to change this to servers. I hope it was server. If I just do cat, it was servers. Now, what is the command for playbook? Ansible playbook. Playbook. Then the location of your host file, which was slash home. Went to slash host. Fine. And then private key. And then after the name of your playbook. It was what? Hello playbook. .yml. Extension could be YAML or YML. Both can be fine. Let's press enter. So it got executed. Okay. And yeah. So if it is all green, it means it is got executed. I can just go and see as well. But would it create a file? I go to node 1, connect to the server. So understood how do we execute? The only difference that you have seen so far, this part is common throughout our command, right?
Yeah.
The only thing changed is the Ansible. If it is playbook, you just write Ansible playbook and the playbook name. What is the playbook name? Even if I want to test the free space, how much, what is the RAM or anything, you can just use Ansible. Type it. So function should go into this one. Tap into this. Not working. So it's not working. Okay. One thing we have missed, the message that we have put, but we have not forwarded this message to any file. So you can create a file and forward this message as well. But so far, as long as it shows the task got executed, okay, it means your hello world is got done and it has been replicated on these two machines. It's not working further. What happened? To see. Okay, nothing is happening over here. No worries. Any questions so far?
No, Akash.
You can simply go and see a lot of commands would be there to do the configuration, to check the configuration on other server. Okay. I'm just stopping the recording over here.